The traders took Joseph to Egypt, where he was thrown in jail, even though he did nothing wrong. Joseph trusted God to help him. While he was in prison, he even made friends with some of the prisoners. One of them had been a wine taster for Pharaoh. Pharaoh was the leader of Egypt. The wine taster said, "Last night I had a dream. I was picking grapes and squeezing them into Pharaoh's cup. Then I put the cup in his hand. What does this mean, Joseph?" Joseph answered, "You'll be Pharaoh's wine taster again. Once you are free, please don't forget about me. Help me out of jail too." A few days later, the wine taster's dream came true. He was out of jail and became Pharaoh's wine taster once again. But he forgot all about Joseph. Later, Pharaoh had two very strange dreams. In one dream, he saw 7 heavy cows and 7 skinny cows, and the skinny cows ate all of the big heavy cows. And his other weird dream, Pharaoh saw 7 healthy plants. Then he saw 7 dried up plants, and the dried up plants ate all of the healthy plants. Pharaoh was very confused about what these dreams could mean. Pharaoh's wise men were confused too, but the wine taster remembered Joseph, and he told Pharaoh that Joseph could explain his dreams. With God's help, Joseph told Pharaoh what his dreams meant. For the next 7 years, plenty of food will grow. However, the 7 years after that, not enough food will grow because there will be no rain, and Egypt will be in a famine. Pharaoh said, "Joseph, you are a very wise man. I will make you a ruler over Egypt." For the first 7 years, Joseph was in charge of gathering extra food for the people of Egypt. That way, when hardly any crops grew, there would still be plenty to eat. The 7 bad years began, and people in other countries had no food at all. Even Joseph's family did not have enough to eat. So, Joseph's father sent his sons to Egypt to buy some food. When Joseph's brothers arrived in Egypt, they went to Joseph and bowed down to him. They did not know he was their brother. They did not recognize him. But Joseph knew. Joseph sold them some food, and then the brothers left to go home. Sometime later, they returned to buy more food. Just as Joseph had dreamed, they bowed down to him again. Eventually, Joseph told them, "I am your brother." His brothers were so afraid. But Joseph told them not to be afraid. "What you did to me was evil," he said, "but God meant it for good. He had a special plan for me." They all hugged. Joseph's brothers rushed home. They told their father what had happened. Jacob was so happy to hear that Joseph was alive. The whole family moved to Egypt. Many, many years passed, and a new Pharaoh ruled over Egypt. He did not know about the good things that Joseph had done. By now, there were many people in Jacob's family. They were called Israelites. Pharaoh did not like the Israelites. He made them work hard. And one day, Pharaoh decided to get rid of and to kill all of the Israelite baby boys. A woman named Jochebed had a baby boy. She wanted to save him, so she gently laid her baby inside a basket and placed him in the river. The baby started to cry. Pharaoh's daughter saw the basket and opened it. She gently picked up the baby and hugged him. "I want to keep you," the princess whispered. She named him Moses because she pulled him out of the water. Miriam, the baby's big sister, had been watching nearby. She went up to the princess and said, "I know of a woman who can help you take care of the baby." So Miriam ran to get her mother. Jochebed was so happy. When Moses was a young boy, he was returned to the princess, and he grew up in the palace as a prince of Egypt. When Moses was a man, he ended up leaving Egypt. Pharaoh had still enslaved the Israelites and was being cruel and sinful. Moses had tried to protect one of them, and Pharaoh was trying to kill Moses. So Moses escaped from Egypt, and he went to a place called Midian, and he became a shepherd, and he looked after sheep. One day, while Moses was watching his sheep, he saw something strange. There was a bush on fire, but it wasn't burning up. From inside the bush, God spoke to Moses, and he told Moses to bring my people out of Egypt and then to take them to a new land that God would show Moses. This new land was called Canaan. Moses was worried that Pharaoh would not listen to him. God told Moses to throw his staff on the ground, and when he did, the staff became a snake. God told Moses to reach down and grab the snake, and it became a staff again. God told Moses, "I will use signs like this to show Pharaoh that I have sent you." "But I cannot speak very well," complained Moses. God was kind to Moses and told him, "Do not worry. Your brother Aaron is a good speaker. I will send him with you." So Moses returned with Aaron to Egypt. When they arrived, Moses told the Israelites what God had said.